Hi, Marshall. What brings you in today?
Oh, well, it's my first time ever going to a counselor. And I'm pretty old to be doing this, but I'm also pretty old to be coming back to school. Um, and, things have changed a lot since I was a kid. And so I didn't know what it'd be like coming to college. And it's been really hard. I didn't know it would be so hard. Um, just, just weird little things happening. Um, People looking at me weird when I walk into a classroom, like, what are you doing here? I admit I'm an older guy, but I feel I have as much right as anybody to be in the classroom. I've paid my payments. So that's happened. And it's been happening a lot. It's making me feel weird. And I don't know if it's because I'm an old guy, or if it's because I'm an old black guy. I don't know which one it is. But something that happened the other day was, I really didn't know how to react. I walked into one of the buildings where the psychology classes are, and some guy came up to me and asked me if I could get him some plastic liners for the garbage container in his classroom. And I looked at him and I said, I don't know where those things are. And he said, well, it's your job. Don't you know where stuff is for your job? I'm going, what? I said, I'm a student here. And he goes, what? And he got sort of embarrassed and turned around and walked away. So I was really confused. I didn't understand, I didn't know what the heck that was about. I started thinking about it. And I think maybe he thought I was a janitor just because I'm an old black guy. And that really upset me. I've sort of been avoiding that, going in that building now, because I'm afraid I'm going to run into that same person. And I don't know what to say to him. It's like, it was so, what he did just made me feel so bad.
So you were typecasted.
Yeah, like all janitors are old black men. And I've never been a janitor in my life. Yeah, I don't have my college degree yet, but I'm working on it. I'm a mechanic. I do great work. I make decent money. And I've always been respected for what I did, for the work I did. And then to be treated, to be looked down on like that, and someone just assumed by my color and my age that I was the janitor. It was just very, very upsetting. It sort of ruined my whole day. Like I said, I don't go back to that building anymore. Hopefully I won't have a class in there, because it would be very awkward. I would feel strange.
If you decide to go back into the building, what would you say to the person?
What might be funny to do actually is that day I was just wearing t-shirt and pants or whatever, but I do have suits because I do dress up sometimes, even though I'm a mechanic. Might be funny to dress up and pretend I'm a professor, carry a briefcase and go walking in there, and he must be one of the professors in that building. So I don't know, it might be interesting to have
a different kind of perspective.
I wonder if I could have a conversation with him, I don't know.
So do you feel different when you wear a suit compared to when you wear just a t-shirt and jeans?
It depends on where I am, but yeah, if you dress up, people look at you differently. They look at you like you might be somebody. Just wearing a t-shirt and jeans, you're obviously not anybody important. Sort of feels like that.
So how do you feel when you feel like you are somebody?
Well, if I'm at work doing my mechanic stuff, jeans and t-shirt, I feel good. I got grease on my hands and people know I'm the guy that's fixing their car,
Mm.
and that's good. But I wonder, maybe I shouldn't, I don't know, do I need to try to make it more obvious to that white man that he can look up to me no matter what I'm wearing? You know?
Well, what do you think feels more comfortable?
I'm more comfortable in my t-shirt and jeans.
Well, then
That-
wear your t-shirt and jeans. And if the thing is that everyone has success based on their happiness, not based on what they wear, what they drive, none of that. Not even by the race of their color of their skin.
So just wear what makes me happy.
Exactly.
He'll just have to deal with it.
And I challenge you to go back into that building and you know, you might run into them, but you might not. And I challenge you, if you do run into them, be proud, stand tall. Because
Well, would he take it wrong if, you know, if I came up to him and confronted him with that? And, you know, if I came up to him and said, you know, do you remember me? You talked to me a couple weeks ago and you said this and you said that. Could I do that? I don't want anybody to feel threatened. You know,
no,
like a black man coming up to you and talking to you like that. Would that be okay to do something like that?
well, how would you feel if someone came up to you and told them, tried to give you their perspective?
I think I would like to hear that because that way I could know. And I'm here to try to educate myself.
Mhm.
So I would hope that I would welcome that
Well,
and
then
talk to.
that is what we're going to work on in our next session. I want to hear how it went, and let me know how you feel when you actually challenged yourself to go stand up for
Okay,
yourself. Okay,
okay, I'll try it. Thank you.
awesome. Cool.
Okay, so how did you feel?
It was a little nerve-wracking because I was like, I'm trying really hard. I did not want to talk about the race, but I was trying to include the race. And I was trying to make them still feel like, hey, they're equal, instead of them thinking, oh, well, my race is what makes me me. And yes, the race does impact their life, but I don't think clients should feel that this is the only reason why some people might judge them. There might be
Right.
other aspects
Like
in
the
that person.
clothing,
Yeah.
clothing, yeah. No, I thought you did a good job of I did not feel any microaggressions from you. You know,
Mhm.
even though you're this young white chick, it felt like you were trying to understand me.
Mhm.
So I thought that was good. And
Cool.
the idea at the last, they're challenging me to try to face this, you
Yeah.
know, go in and deal with it in a positive way, and then come back and talk to you about it. I thought that was good.
Thank you. I that's my biggest thing is like, I don't want the person to feel like they have to like yell at the other person, but try to
Right.
speak their point of view, because I don't want it to be where like, oh, I challenge you to go do this,
Right.
but not be rude about it. And I don't
Yeah,
want to
just have
say,
a conversation. Yeah.
yeah. And I want to make sure that they understand. I want them to have a conversation, not just to spill it out.
Right. Yeah. No, I didn't feel that that's what you were doing. I felt that you were
Okay.
telling me, you know, have a conversation with this person and see if, you know, maybe we can work things out so I don't have to avoid that building for the rest
Yeah.
of my career.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the biggest thing is like, I would hate for anyone to feel like they can't go into a building just because someone stereotyped them.
Yeah. Right.
So Cool.
Oh.
Awesome. I think that's it, right?
I think so.
Cool.